Okay, let's talk about waltz. Waltzes. Valsecitas. Waltz. Any multiple of 3, 4 time is considered a ternary dance. Ternary music, I'm sorry. 3, 4. Ternary music. But the strange thing about ternary music is that we will see that it's danced in a binary fashion. If we consider the 3 times, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if we consider that these 3 times are spaced out so that we can do roughly 120 single notes per minute, then you've got time to do something. You've got time to change feet between the 1 and the 3. You can go from left to right. And this was part of the magic of another culture, of another era. And I forgot to mention this the other day when I talked about Turkey, but I think this is related to why Turkish men are able to dance. The Austro-Hungarian Empire passed through Turkey, and you can be sure that in that era, people danced one dance and did it very well, and it would be called the waltz. The waltz, of course, the 3, 4 time. Now, the Viennese waltzes were dans le salon, with all that entails. I mean, the decors were unbelievable. The occasions were outlandish. And the people who danced weren't necessarily the peasants. So it was an educated dance. It was a dance that had to be taught, learned, in order to be transmitted. Now, the magic of this dance is related to the fact that the music is inciting you to do one thing, and one thing that is very, very instinctive in a man or a woman, and a child, actually. And it comes from a very simple breakdown of what's going on in the music, even as the music is played. So if we look at a waltz on a piece of paper, and we see 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, etc., we don't really see conceptually what it is that we hear. And this is, again, brings us back to the role of art. I ask you to consider what a child has heard for the better part of, let's say, I'm not sure how long they hear in a mother's womb, but let's say 3 months. For the better part of 3 months, the child hears what sounds? Well, the big sound that he hears is the heart. And the heart is generally acting in one of 2 ways. If the mother is at rest, the heart is pumping. Bump, 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 bum 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 bum. When I say most folk dances, I mean over 90% of folk music is ternary music, and when you play it, you give a little special binary dance to it. This is true of sevillanas. Most flamenco, of course, they have the 4 time stuff, but when you get down to the sevillanas, which is the folk music, it's ternary.
Porque me enseñó el rocío, Ave María, a ponerme los sajones, a apretarme bien la fa y a colocarme el sombrero.
Even swing. You know, you hear it, you say, oh, that's definitely 4, and you're dancing on the 2. Break it down a little bit, and you'll see that it's not on the... It is the 2 that we're dancing on, but each one of those... That 1, 2, 3, 4... 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You're dancing little heartbeats. We have all these folk musics, and obviously they represent a moment, a sensual moment. A child hears a mom at rest and has a straightforward connection with a child at rest. Here's a mom excited, boom, 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 boom. Paso doble. This is the distinction between the two. One music is enervating, and the other music is much more soothing. So the waltzes do something very, very different than the tangos. And the waltzes are danced on another sort of on another count, if you like, another regroupment of counts. Out of the 3 beats, the 1 is always the strong, always a strong beat. Strong beat meaning it's the one that is measured first. For no, it is not an innocent reason. It's the one that people will start to move on. The 2 and the 3 are used in different ways. We can put the emphasis where we like. We can put the emphasis where we like, on one or on the other. We can say 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You can finish off all waltz phrases by counting up to a multiple of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So this really helps when you're starting to work out, let's say, a figure, or you're starting to trying to anticipate the end of a phrase. Get in your mind that you can count. You can count off 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. If you want to get up to 6, etc. Evidently, you should be listening to the music while doing this. I mean, the musicians, the band, the composer, they are all thinking about this in such a way that it happens. Also, let's look at some differences now between the Argentinian waltz. Let's look at some differences between the Argentinian waltz and the Viennese. The Viennese is an educated dance, and you can hear it, you can see it when you hear the music. You can see it by the way that the accents and the nuances are held on the 3. Let's imagine, for instance, the beginning of the Danube, but not the beginning of the Danube, one of the many, many, many passages of the Danube. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So you have this kind of a very stretched 3, elongated 1. You have a very difficult thing to do. It's a very difficult thing to do well, and it lends itself to these wonderful dresses they wore at this area. 3, 1, the dress would move afterwards. It gave it a measure of time. Keep in mind that when people wrote music for Argentina or for Vienna or for Turkey, they wrote the music 9 times out of 10. They had to play it in front of a crowd dancing, and so they could see the effect, and they could go back to the drawing board and change things. And when they changed things, it was to play. To sculpt, the true music is
Bohemia de París, alegre loca y gris de un tiempo ya pasado,
sculpting
en donde en un desván,
to a great extent.
Con un traje de cancán posabas para mí y yo con devoción pintaba con pasión tu cuerpo fatigado hasta el amanecer, a veces sin comer y siempre sin dormir. La bohemia era el amor.
So if we keep doing 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're always on the left. Always on the left. Well, don't you worry. That's why the Argentinians and the Vietnamese put short phrases. They put short phrases so that you change feet. So that you change feet and you change this other thing that happens in waltz that's inevitable, is the spin. The music is inciting a spin. It's rapid enough. The slow waltzes, you'll notice, are very hard to spin, but the more rapid ones, les musettes, etc., you want to get that spin off to be in time with the music. It's almost the only way to be in time. But if you're always spinning to the left, you all know what happens. Eventually, you lose your sense of balance, and even there, it's a semi-intellectual thing in the Viennese waltzes where they will stretch the number of times you will go left just to push you. And then they'll give you that little phrase end, and then you get to switch, and then you go into the other side. You start off spinning left or counterclockwise, and then you're spinning clockwise, both of you. The Argentinians are much more charitable. They are much more practical. Their phrases are nice and short, and everything is meant to spin in one direction and then in the other. Keep that in mind as well. The waltz incites spin, and it gives you the opportunity to change legs at the end of phrases. It gives you a little bit of an opportunity. You just have to take a non-step or make the woman do an extra step. Who cares if she's on the same foot all the time, right, guys? We don't care. No, that's not true. Change the spin on her, though. Definitely. Take care of her. I mean, you can tell when you are spinning too much in one direction. Make sure that, well, you don't have to ask her, you just have to assume that after after 2 phrases in one spin, start thinking about the other side for at least one so that things cancel out.